right, guys, on this Fit Rockstar show, you won't believe who we have on, but I'm like super, super, super excited. I'm such a big fan. He is the 212 Mr. Olympia, Derek Lunsford.
Yay. It's nice to see you again.
It's nice to see you. I should have did that again, because here's the thing. I'm going to make this bold prediction, right? I really feel I'm so happy that you are in the open. I'm so happy. And I'm sure you are too.
Oh, yes.
I feel that you are going to make history at this Olympia. I don't care what anyone says, because there's a few haters out there, and they can drink their haterade all they want. But I really feel, because of your physique, your symmetry, your shape, the conditioning, your front, back, everything's perfect on you. I feel that you can win this Olympia. Hands down. Hands down.
Me too.
Thank you. I appreciate the vote of confidence. I know we're all going there to challenge for that title. Everybody wants to make history. And, me being in the 212, I think was holding me back. And now that I'm able to reach my fullest potential, I think we're going to see something very extraordinary this year. Or at least I'm working my tail off to do that. So
yeah, because you've been just training and training and training, right? No breaks.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm having fun with it. It's been great because I don't have to just completely diet down and make that 212 weight. So this year's prep has been completely different. Plus, mentally knowing that I can just expand and improve to my fullest potential is just like super exciting. It's kind of like when I first started bodybuilding, I'm like, all right, I'm going to be a bodybuilder. I want to grow. I want to get as huge and shredded and crazy as I possibly can. I got that fire inside of me this year. So when everybody is texting me, asking me like, hey, how's prep going? How you feeling? It's like, look, this has been the smoothest, best prep I've ever had. And I know that we still got 5 weeks, and there's been times where it's felt like a grind, and it's going to, not be any easier the next month or so. But the thing is like, I'm embracing it. Like, I've done this for so many years that I'm really ready to get shredded and present an awesome physique.
So, we talked about history. Now, I say history because you're already a 212 Mr. Olympia. There's never been another person to win another title, Olympia title. So there's that. And then I'm curious, are you 28, 29? How old are you?
I'm 29, just almost to the 30.
So next year would be 30, right?
That's right.
So then that's the next thing. So you'll be, if you win, you'd also be the youngest Mr. Olympia going in as of now, because I think the last one was Lee Hany.
Yeah.
So everybody else has been over 30. So, you're right there.
Right. Yeah, like I said, I'm giving my best, and of course, I've had my sights set on challenging for that title. I know everybody there is amazing. Everybody wants the shot at that title, and I'm one of those guys I believe that can challenge anyone. And so it's just I'm a fan of bodybuilding, just like everybody else is. I just get to be a part of the show, and yes, of course, don't get me wrong. I'm very much aware of the history. I'm very much aware there's never been a champ, a 2-division champion, and I would love to make that happen this year.
Let's go back in time. So the Pittsburgh Pro, right? How you were 260 there, or give or take, right?
Yeah, about 260.
Now for this, do you have an idea? Are you guys focusing on a certain weight, or are you just going with how you look?
Well, it's always in the open bodybuilding division. It's always needs to be how you look, and it never needs to be like, okay, this weight is what we have to be. But we do have a good idea. We do think that, bringing my weight down somewhere in the low to mid 230s, I think would be a stellar package.
And you're 5'6", right?
Yeah, something like that. Maybe 5'6.25". Give me the little bit here.
5'7". We'll say 5'7". But going back to the Pittsburgh Pro, you rattled a lot of cages. So going back then, and if you didn't do the guest posing, do you think that this would be happening right now with you in the open?
Who knows? I would say chances are probably not. But the guest posing in itself was impromptu. I was there with Hany and Evogen at the booth, and the night before I was asked from Jim Mannion if I wanted to step on stage. And I kind of was like, sure, why not? in a way, I was like, well, this wasn't scheduled. Like, okay, this is kind of winging it. But at the same time, I knew I'd been training and I wasn't, crazy out of shape. And in the back of my mind, I was like, I've never had the opportunity to guest pose at the Pittsburgh Pro. When I saw all my competitors in the past, 212 open guys were all coming to the Pittsburgh Pro guest posing. And I was like, this is something I've always dreamed of doing. And so I felt like it was like an opportunity for me to fulfill another dream of mine of guest posing at the Pittsburgh Pro. And then what do you know, we stirred some excitement. And then now we have a special invitation and we're coming to the Olympia in 5 weeks.
What's it like working with Hany, training with him and all that good stuff?
It's a massive, massive, massive game changer. Look, I don't know anybody that does it better. And what I mean by that is he's a great coach when it comes to the physique and knowing what, like the nutrition, the cardio, everything that is involved as far as that. But coach as far as like coaching the mentality. He's a great mentor. And honestly, he's just fun to be around. Like we're already talking about like post Olympia going somewhere special and just, having, a fun time together. I actually genuinely like hanging out with Hany. It's fun. He pushes me when I need to be pushed. He helps get my head straight whenever I need to just chill out a little bit. So having him in my corner has been massive, massive change.
Do you have anybody else that you're working with, or is it just Hany?
Just Hany. I mean, he has structured my training and my nutrition, everything. He gets down in the nitty gritty about everything. And he calls, I literally just got off the phone with him. I was on the phone for about an hour, which typically I'm on the phone with him from an hour to 2 hours almost daily. So he's just always checking in with me. Look, I do want to mention this too. It takes a village, a whole team of support. It's not one person, meaning it's not just me, it's not just Hany. I want to thank my wife too, Jelson. She has been so supportive. Like every year she's been more and more supportive. Like she was in grad school for 3 years, so it was kind of hard. We did long distance for 3 years, but when she moved down last year, super supportive. This year, even more supportive. And so I just can't thank her enough. Like having a good person in your life, like like she is for me, makes a world of difference. So when you have that foundation, that home life set, it's so important for you to go be your best in anything in life, but especially bodybuilding. And I have amazing friends and family too that are willing to just, if I give them a call right now, said, hey, can you come over? I need help, or can you go grab something for me? Like I have people in my corner that are just willing to just do that like this. And so I have to say that not because I'm like, oh, wow, like look at the team I have. Yes, that's great. But I'm just very thankful. Like I'm super, super thankful for these people. And that's another thing too, is having gratitude for the people in your life that are helping you and supporting you and to do what you love to do. Like you can't, I feel like a very blessed man, and I feel like I'm winning already in that aspect. So I'm just very thankful for those people.
Well, see, this is what we all love about you, Derek, is that you're such a wonderful guy and have a big heart. Not only that, you're a fighter. You got that champion mindset, which is not easy in our sport. And so let me ask you, what does bodybuilding mean to you?
Well, it can mean a lot of things for anyone, right? For me, I just feel like it's just who I am. I feel like I've always loved training. I've always loved sculpting my physique, being stronger, getting shredded. I just love every aspect about it. That's why I told you earlier, like I really am embracing the prep and the training and everything that is involved with it. So for me, I do want to mention this too. Take it a few years back, and I was only a couple years into this, and there was times where I thought, man, like my life could be so much different. What if I chose a different path in my life? And there was a time where a few years ago where I thought about it, like what else would I do in my life? And I thought, I don't want to do anything else. I'm doing exactly what I love to do. This is who I am. This is what I was put on earth to do. This is what I believe my calling. I can go be my best self as a bodybuilder. It makes me a better person, but also hopefully I can motivate, inspire other people that want to do this too. And I can be there for those people who are the next generation, the next wave of people that want to come, be a pro bodybuilder, Mr. Olympia. Hopefully I can inspire those people, motivate them, or maybe give them some knowledge and my own experience. So not only do I want to better myself with my physique, the mindset, the person that I am, and be better for those around me, but for those who aspire to do what I do, hopefully I can help those people too.
What can we do to build and grow the sport?
It's that. In my opinion, there's a lot of things we can do to grow the sport. But for me, I believe it is about the camaraderie, building community. And people ask me, Derek, what's the best advice you could give to an up and comer, someone that wants to be a pro bodybuilder? And I always say you have to love bodybuilding. You have to love this. Just like I was saying, I love training. I love being in the gym. But you also have to remember, like, when you got started, how you got started. For me, I went to the gym because I wanted to get better myself, but I loved going to the gym with my buddies and pushing them to be better, and they push me to be better. And so having that camaraderie in the gym, someone that you meet up with, or a couple guys in the gym, having that community of friends and bodybuilders, and you all are pushing yourselves, so it's pushing each other. I think that right there is what's going to elevate this entire bodybuilding community, and not just the sport, but the whole community.
People always ask how I got here. I was willing to work just a little harder than everyone else, every damn day. If I can have hundreds of hours back, you know I'm gonna grab them. Spending hours prepping chicken, rice, and vegetables, F that. I rely on perfect nutrition. I rely on trifecta.
Well, let me ask you this, Derek. What do you think about Krizo? I'm going to go there.
What do you mean? What do I think about
well,
it?
I mean, do you think you compared to him? I mean, everybody's saying, oh, yeah, Krizo's going to dominate Derek, which, again, he's a big dude, but, we have to see him up against people. I don't think so, but I'm just curious, your thoughts on the guy from what you've seen videos and stuff?
I don't know him personally. I don't know anything about him. So as far as who he is, I don't know. I would like to hope he's a nice guy.
Sure.
But as far as his physique and what he's done with his body, tremendous. I think he's great, man. I really do believe that this year, definitely the top 10 are bringing their A game. This might be one of the best Olympias of all time in open bodybuilding. I don't know. You can give your opinions on it, but it's definitely one of the most competitive bodybuilding lineups we've seen in a very, very long time. So I think he's one of those guys that's a top 10 guy, and who knows where we all fall within the top 10. But I think he has a tremendous physique, and I myself, as a bodybuilding fan, am excited to see him in the lineup as well.
Yeah, he looks entertaining. He's up there, he's having fun, which is what it's all about. So for me, which I thought was pretty cool, you had Jay Cutler, Mr. Four-time Olympia, saying about you that you are the real deal, that you would be in the top 3. I mean, Jay knows his stuff, right? So for me, I look at you as the modern day Jay Cutler. Like, I literally, again, I'm going to say this. Listen, Big Ramy got an invite in 2020, right? He ended up winning the Olympia. You got the special invite. Yeah, I don't care what anybody's. The only person I'd be concerned about, who is good if he comes in shape, is Samson Dauda, because he's got that nice little waist. But you, I mean, the tiny waist, just everything. I mean, the best back shot out of everybody, and the best front shot, as you know. I'm really curious. Are you going to be posting any teaser shots? Are you going to keep it under wraps and just show up and wow everybody?
I think we're just going to keep it under wraps. I think that's probably best. I mean, I would love to post some of these shots that I've taken in the gym or here at home. But to be honest, I'm trying to give out as much as I possibly can on my YouTube channel, on Instagram, on TikTok. We're trying to make sure that we put out as much as we can. We're giving different shots here and there, but as far as a full physique update, I think we'll leave it to the Olympia. I think we'll leave it to the Olympia.
Good,
I think that's
good.
probably best.
So
I think honestly, I think as much as, again, I'm a fan. I would love to see everyone posting update photos and stuff like that. In a way, I just feel like people will appreciate it more if we wait for the Olympia. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Even as fans.
Yes, because it's you. I say hide. Maybe you show a little calf or something. I don't know, just a little, but don't
Show my
show
calves.
anything. Show a little something or nothing, and just come in, and everybody just freezes. You can't even hear a pin. You can hear a pin drop when you walk out.
I like that. No, I mean, I've posted a couple YouTube videos where I revealed a little more than I expected to. So you can check out my YouTube channel and maybe see that, or my Instagram. But as far as, like I said, full updates, probably going to leave it to the guys that have been doing it, and that's fine. They're stirring some hype. They look great, but I want to bring it to the Olympia.
How does it feel now that you don't have to suck it down for 212? How does it feel when you just coast in? It's got to feel great, right?
Thank God. It just, imagine like having to make a weight and you see your physique just kind of whittling away a little bit. I think we came and brought a spectacular physique for the 212 last year, but I just always knew if I had the opportunity to have no weight cap and just let my body grow and train and do its thing, I think, like I said, I'm going to be bringing a much, much, much improved physique. Well, I know that's coming. But I said it before in another video, it's never going to be any easier, right? Like, it's just going to be, it's a little different. Before I had to make a weight. This time I don't. It's never going to be any easier getting shredded. If anything, carrying more muscle, it's going to be harder, training with heavier weights, things like that. I'm doing a pretty good amount of cardio. I'm not eating really that much food right now. So the grind is still the same. I think it's more of the mindset, knowing that I can be even better than I've been before without question. Mm-hmm. I think it's just exciting for me. So like I said, we got 5 weeks. There's going to be times it's a grind, but I embrace it.
Does it feel like 5 weeks, or does it feel less? Does it feel longer? Or?
I told Hany, people are going to laugh when I say this. I told Hany a minute ago, I'm already having nightmares that he stole my posing trunks at the Olympia, and I'm running around trying to find him, trying to call him yo, I'm about to go on stage, man. So you being a competitor yourself, you know what it's like when you start having those kind of dreams. You think it's right around the corner. It's right here. So yes. I really don't feel like we have that much time to waste. Every day is an opportunity to get better, and I better make the most of it. And that's what I've been doing, and I will continue to do for the next 5.5 weeks.
So your beautiful wife, is she a nurse practitioner or physical therapist?
She's a doctor of physical therapy.
Okay, doctor of physical therapy. So that's got to be a bonus for you with certain things, right? I learned a tip from you. You wear the Air Jordans. Is that what you were wearing for your training? Now you don't wear it. You go barefoot when you do legs or something?
Yep.
What's the reasoning behind that?
So I used to go barefoot several years back, and then I got into the Jordans. I'm like, oh, these are sick shoes. Yeah. I love wearing them. I still wear them. But I would wear them on leg days. And I thought at first, wow, they're super comfortable, they're perfect to squat in or whatever. And as the weeks and months were progressing, I was noticing, I was telling her, I said, my knees are starting to have some pains, not anything serious, just some unnecessary knee pains. And she's like, I keep telling you, stop wearing those shoes. And I'm like, okay, all right, I get it, but tell me why. And she said, because it limits ankle mobility. And when you're going down into a squat and you're not able to get good range of motion in your ankle, then it puts tension on your knees, and then it'll put tension in your hips. Mm-hmm. Next thing you know, your whole alignment is just wacky, and you're putting pressure in your joints that you don't need. She said, take the shoes off, go back to going barefoot. So I've been doing that, and what do you know? It's gotten better.
So I love you guys' videos. They're so funny. Did she get you into
That's all
doing?
her.
Yeah, I thought so. That's brilliant.
That's all her. She has the ideas, and I'm like, okay. At first, I hated it because I was kind of embarrassed. I'm like, I look like a fool, you know. And then finally, we would make a couple just to make ourselves laugh. And she's like, "Can I post it?" I was like, I don't know. Especially the one you saw, the one where I changed the shirt.
Yes. That's
Yeah.
cute though.
And then I thought, you know what? If it makes us laugh, maybe it'll make somebody else laugh, and who cares what people think? So I'll tell you what, by her doing them, it makes it fun for us. It's something that we like to do in our relationship, but and it's funny for other people. But it also kind of helped me break out of my shell too, of trying to be this not funny, very serious kind of guy. It's like, look, she's like, I want to show people that you're not always so serious, that you have a side, you joke and you're funny, you laugh. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So we made ourselves laugh. We post them and we have fun with it now. So.
What do you do? I mean, I know you train all the time. You got all this stuff going on, but how do you decompress after the long day?
Well, right now, I have 2 cardio sessions and a training session. So I don't know what you're talking about decompressing. I go to bed. That's what I do.
Well, I don't know if you watch a movie or it's just eat, sleep, drink,
Actually,
bodybuilding, right?
I'm so involved on my own social media that I'm like trying to respond back to people that are commenting or anything like that, or like I'm watching other bodybuilding channels. I just try to stay up to date on what's going on in the bodybuilding world. There's other things I like to watch too, like the news and things like that. I'm kind of like I watch politics and news and like business kind of
That's
stuff.
fine. Yeah, you got to do what you
But
got to do.
I like to keep up on the economy and things. Other than that, I think just my favorite thing is this. I said it before earlier. I love the people in my life. So having people come to our house and just visit, that's my favorite thing. So when I have friends or whoever come to town and they want to stop by, for a couple hours, that for me is really nice. We don't even have to be doing anything and just sit here, have a little conversation, a couple hours, whatever. But for me, if there's anything that I like to do that's like fun and decompress and get my mind off of anything, it's like just spending time with people that like I care about. And that's it.
Now in your position, do you ever look back? I know you mentioned it a little bit earlier. Do you ever look back and be like, wow, I did all that? I can't believe that I'm here now living the dream.
Seeing this back here, when I was in my off season this year, I was like, how in the world did I ever look like that? you know, but the thing is, I say that every year and I always come back and I try my best and do present a better physique. So yeah, I think there's some times where I think to myself, wow, like that's pretty incredible. But no, I think I'm still in the mindset of like I want to accomplish more. Like I want to see more out of myself, whether it's my physique or doing things for others or putting out content, whatever it is. Like I'm still in this like go mode. So it's not really like this look back like, wow, look at everything I've done. It's like, this is great. I feel like blessed and honored to have the 212 title and everything. But I just feel like there's just more for the future. And I feel like it's going to be a very bright and long
Oh
career.
my gosh, it's going to be a very long career. What do you want to do to give back to the community? Like, what are your thoughts?
Yeah. Again, there's many ways, right? For right now, like I'm trying to share as much as I can on social media. I think that's important because that's actually how I started bodybuilding. Whenever I first started bodybuilding, I looked up online. I said, bodybuilding motivation, boom, click. So I'd watch motivational videos. That's what inspired me and motivated me to become a bodybuilder. And then whenever I got a little bit more into bodybuilding and learned some of the, Olympians, Jay Cutler chest workout, Jay Cutler legs. So I started getting into that. And so by me giving back on social media, like YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, for me, I'm able to share like, whether it be the motivation and inspiration, a little bit of knowledge or insight on what I'm doing, on how to, be a better bodybuilder, how to train or nutrition, whatever. I think that's great. I would love for the future to be able to, which I'm already coaching people. I have a team who coaches people. I would love to expand on that. That's something that I'm really, passionate about. And I stopped doing for a while. I wanted to just focus on my own physique and my career. But now it's like, working with Hany, I've been working with the best in the world, and I've been doing this for so long now that I feel like I have a wealth of knowledge that I've obtained from others that I want to share, with other people too, who want to take their physiques to the next level, whether it be being a pro bodybuilder, Mr. Olympia, or just getting in shape, whatever. So for me, it's about building and growing the bodybuilding community, the fitness community. And as we do that, people will make their their choices. Do I want to be classic, or do I want to be a bodybuilder? Do I want to be wellness? Do I want to be women's bodybuilding? So, I think right now, just staying in my lane, doing what makes me happy, giving back in those ways. I think if there's ever an opportunity in the future to do something even bigger, let's say maybe have a gym or do something like a bodybuilding show or things like that, then great. The opportunity will present itself when the time is right. But for now, I'm staying in my lane. I'm a competitor. I want to win the Mr. Olympia title.
Yes.
And travel. But yeah, that's what I need to do. I just need to focus on me, stay in my lane, give back in the ways that I can now. And as the opportunities present themselves, then they will.
What is the biggest compliment you ever got from somebody that just sits in your brain? It's like, wow.
Truthfully, I don't want you to think I'm just saying this, because it is the honest truth. I love hearing when people say like, oh, wow, your physique, or Mr. Olympia, this and that. That's like that. I really appreciate it. But like when people say like, Derek, you just make me want to be a better me in general, like whatever that is, like whether they want to be a better bodybuilder, be a better person, be whatever. Like for me, it's like being able to inspire people to just be a better self. That to me is like that impacts me as much as it does them. And so, and in a way, I think to myself, like why? Like, who am I to I'm not even a good enough person for me to I feel like I need to be a better person, So for me, when people say that, that hits home for me, and it makes me want to be better myself too,
Well, something I have a lot of respect for you too is that you have a very big relationship with God.
Yes.
Right. And tell us, how important is God in your life?
Number one, it has to be. And let me preface by saying that sometimes I feel closer and sometimes I feel more distant. And I think that that's normal. Prayer is super important. Going to church, fellowshipping with other Christians is super important to keep your walk with Christ. But it has to be number one. The way I break down life is like God's number one, spouse number two, and then everyone else that you serving the world. So I believe that we're all put on earth to serve God and to serve others. Our calling is like what we're doing, but our purpose is to serve God, serve others. And I think that our calling and our purpose, it's like kind of right in front of our face if we're able to just open our eyes and see it. I think our culture tells us that we need to level up in the world. We need to make more money and have something nicer than the neighbor next door. But really, I think it comes down to just what are you good at? What do you like to do? How are you able to give to others, and how are you able to serve other people? And when you hone in on all that, it's pretty obvious for me. It's I love to train. I love bodybuilding. I'm naturally talented and gifted in it. And that's not no attest to me. That's God-given talent.
Yeah.
So God gave me the talent. I believe he gives us a passion, something that we like, that we're typically good at. And if we can just see that and not think about how we're going to make ends meet or how we're going to get up in the world, and just trust that and have faith that it's going to happen, it's going to come if we just put one foot in front of the other and keep working hard. It's just like bodybuilding, right? It's like, how do I know that by doing my cardio, sticking to the diet, and going to the gym and training, that I'm going to be Mr. Olympia? I have faith that if I just put these in order and I keep at it each and every day consistently and give my best effort, I trust and have faith, in the end, it's going to happen. You're going to get better. And if you don't become Mr. Olympia, at least you're better than where you started. So, for whatever people's passions are out there in life, I think it's important that we recognize that and we do that. We need to do what we want to do, not what's easy. There's work to be done. I think that we should do what we want to do here on earth. And that, again, it doesn't mean party and vacation every single day. It means go to work every day, do something productive every day. But we shouldn't be focused on just like, how am I going to pay my bills? That might be one aspect to life, paying our bills, yes, but it shouldn't just be about making money, clocking in, clocking out, if it serves no real purpose, you know?
You are so inspiring to talk to. And I got to say, again, you have a wonderful gift, and you have encouraged so many people and inspired so many people around the world, such as myself, because I remember the little Derek Lunsford. And, you know, you have this winning attitude, this drive where you don't let anything stop you, and you don't believe in I can't. You're just go, go, go. So, again, I know you have people that ask you about the mindset, but can you please share with us, I mean, really, what goes through your mind? How do you get through these humps? Because bodybuilding, as you know, it's not easy. You know, we have our ups and downs.
Yeah. Yeah. So just like I said earlier, Hany calls me and, you know, he's talking about like these changes in the diet, changes in the plan. And, you know, we're pushing a little bit harder here moving forward. And he knows me. He knows whatever he has in the plan, it's going to get done. But what I told him, I said, Hany, look, you know this as well as I do. I can't help, I could not live with myself if I didn't give my best effort at everything that I do. Like, it will just sit in the back of my mind. If you were to eat off the plan or not do your cardio or not go to the gym, or at least take an easy day at the gym, like, that would sit in the back of my mind and I would just beat myself up about it. So before even going there, I don't want to beat myself up about not giving my best effort. So I just do it. I just know that the extra effort that I giving my best, is going to make me feel better about myself. I have more confidence. I have more security knowing that I am doing all that I can do. And if you don't do as well as you want, if you don't get what you wanted as a reward, well, you just keep moving forward. At least you know that you did give your best and you controlled all the variables that you can control, and everything else is out of your control. So there's no need to even worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what keeps me going. It's just knowing that I have to do everything I possibly can to the best of my ability.
You're amazing. What is your carb intake now? I got to be curious. I'm curious about that. Is it high? Is it low? I mean, what was the highest you had? Because before it was low, right? When you were doing the 212?
It's, you know, I'll tell you this. I am not eating really that much more food than I was last year at this point. A little bit more, but no, my fats are pretty much non-existent and my carbs are about 200 grams a day.
Do you feel, I mean, based on now you being in the open, do you feel that for next year, after you win your Mr. Olympia title here, see, do you feel like do you want to be bigger? Like come in at a more heavier weight?
I put on a pretty good amount of size this past year.
Yeah.
What I'm seeing now as my physique is like unraveling to its final package here these next few weeks. As we're getting conditioned, I'm noticing that size really, I don't think is going to be the thing. I just need to make sure that I'm chiseled, right? That I'm bringing conditioning, because my physique is proportional, right? Like I've always tried to have the best balanced physique I can. Given this extra weight, it's become even more balanced, I think. So I don't think I need to chase a lot of size.
You diet down, train hard, and supplement smart for months. When the time comes to step on stage, don't leave your tan to chance. Go with the pros. Pro Tan. #1 worldwide since 1987 and the official sponsor of the Olympia for the last 15 years. Don't step on stage without it. Pro Tan.
I think size is going to come with the training, and as I get more muscle maturity every single year, because I don't care who you are, every year that you train and keep doing this, you're going to get more muscle maturity, denser, harder, and probably a little bit bigger. So my goal isn't, I don't think, going to be trying to just see how much I can pack on. It's going to be more just like continuing to refine and maybe like 5 pounds here or there, I would say.
How much?
We'll see. At the end of the day, here's the thing. I have a coach for a reason. He's a 20-time Mr. Olympia champion coach. and I will be following what he says I should be doing.
To the T, right.
Yeah.
Now, you obviously, if you're in between, say, Big Ramy and Bonac, what's that feeling going to be like? What's that rush going to be like for you?
Well, I've been
And
there
you're
a
in the
couple
center.
Yeah, I've been there a couple times in the 212, and it's exciting. It's very, very exciting. You got to keep your composure and just do you. It's the same thing. You have to just control what you can control, and that's your posing and presenting your best on stage. And the thing is, this is one of those moments in my life. Like, I'm thinking theoretically this is happening. This is one of those moments in my life that, like, this is it. It's right here. It's happening. And I want to try to be as much in the moment as I possibly can, embracing it and enjoying it. Not just like, oh my gosh, like, I hope I'm beating these guys. It's like, I want to actually try to be in the moment, because winning the 212 title, that's how I felt last year. Whenever Bob took an hour to say the winner of the 212 last year, I just remember I was like, and then, like, as fast as I could, I was like, okay, this is the moment that you've always wanted, And so I tried to I wanted to slow the moment down as much as I possibly could, but it just felt so fast. So I can imagine it's probably going to be the same thing. I don't want to speculate what it's going to feel like. I know it's going to be very exciting. There's going to be a rush. Everybody's going to be just going crazy in the crowd. I already know this. But I'm just going to try to take it all in and enjoy it and be happy in the moment.
Well, I can already see and predict you're going to have this big confident smile on your face, probably doing the head shake. Yeah, you got it going on. I mean, listen, all these guys are world-class champions. They're the best in the world. And we're going to have 33 guys after Romania qualify for the Olympia, which is the biggest number I think we've had in a long time. And I'm just going to throw this. You're right. This is going to be the best and historic Olympia that we've ever had. And a lot of it, my friend, has to do with you entering this race in the Open, because you make it very interesting. I guarantee a lot of these guys were not very pleased to see that you're coming in, because they know you're very good, very good. And I wanted to also ask you, going back to the 212, so we have Kamal and we have Sean Clarita, who wins. Mm-hmm. Or are we going to have someone as a dark horse come out and win?
I'm going to say this. You have Kamal, Clarita, Angel, who placed 4th last year, incredible physique. Mm-hmm. You have Keon, Kareth, who pushed Keon. You have, what's his name from Ukraine, looks unreal. And then you have the guy from, where's he from, Korea? Whatever.
We'll see.
I think. Anyway, so there's a handful of guys that's coming. I mean, and that's not the only names I could name here.
Sure.
But I do believe that it's going to come down to Sean and Kamal.
Yeah, I do
I'll
too.
tell you this. I don't know what Sean looks like. I'm sure he's improved from last year, and I know he is a fighter. But I see Kamal. I see Kamal several times a week. This guy looks unreal. He continues to improve even with his age. He really looks spectacular right now, and he's within striking distance of that 212 weight. I think it's going to be very, very exciting.
Kamal is what, 50?
I think he's just over, maybe 51, 52 actually.
Oh wow. Yeah.
So I don't know. Here's the thing, like, it could go either way. You got the crazy muscle maturity, and you just got two different physiques, right? And they both present well. Yeah. It's I don't even want to say who's going to win, because it's going to be close.
You're leaving us on the edge. So one more thing I want to talk about is, of course, I have to go into the invite. I'm curious to know. A lot of people were not too pleased. I feel the right. Obviously, well deserved, because the health thing, and because you're a 212 Mr. Olympia. You should be able to do what you want to do, and that should be granted. What are your thoughts on the people that think that you should have qualified? I mean, listen, you won the Tampa Pro. You could have gone in there, obviously won that. Legion Fest, everybody's thinking, oh, Derek's going to jump in. Obviously not. What are your thoughts on that feedback? I mean, now people are going to be watching, because some of those people think that they don't think like I think that you're going to come in and take it. So I'm curious to know your thoughts.
So,
and if you don't want to answer, you don't have to, but.
Oh, it's okay. I will. It's fine. No, I heard someone say that, oh, because he got a special invite, that's an unfair advantage. He didn't have to qualify. But I mean, I was a 212er last year. The open bodybuilding guys, I think Tonio Burton, he was a 212er last year, but pretty much I'm coming from the 212 weight to the open against some guys who are 300 pounds. I don't know how much of a unfair advantage that would be. I mean, I think it's unfair advantage to me that I sucked all the way down to 212 last year and did the 212. So, I don't really think about it. What I've noticed, because I hear people ask me, the haters that don't, think you should have qualified, this and that. To be honest, I have seen very little negativity with it. A lot of it has been massive support. Oh, we can't wait to see you in the open. We know you're going to do well. You're going to present an awesome physique. And there's been people that have commented even on my social media. They said, at first I thought that maybe you should have qualified, but now I'm all on board with I just want to see you at the Olympia. And that's been my mindset this whole time, was there's always going to be some ruffled feathers when something's controversial. So all I do is just think, look, I get the opportunity to go present my best physique. I'm having the time of my life. I'm going to go train, give my best. That's it. I just want to show up, and that's what I have to do now. I have to show up.
Well, I'm going to say this. I've heard from some bigger people from above who look at who judge you. And a lot of them love your physique. And they think that you're going to totally be a force. Now, I will tell you what I am looking forward to seeing is you and Blessing and Andrew Jack, if they can hold next to you. Because, Blessing tends to talk a lot of smack. So I'm really curious to see what he's going to be throwing at you on stage. So
yeah, if he tries to throw an elbow, I might hit those double legs right off the stage,
You're so funny.
No, I'm just kidding. He's cool. He actually come up to me at the Arnold this past year. He next thing I know, I'm getting choked out from behind. I'm like, who the heck? Blessing's over here choking me. They're funny guys.
He's a fun guy, but you know what? You make the sport great. You really do. And I'm so excited because I feel so good about you going into this. I mean, again, I really do feel you're going to make history. How is your grandma doing? Is she going to be Derek Lunsford out?
She'll be watching this, and she's going to be like, oh, my God, she just mentioned me.
I love her. She's so sweet.
She's doing great. Of course, she's going to be in Vegas. Her and my grandpa and many of my family members and extended family members, friends. There's going to be quite a crowd there. And then my mother and father-in-law, they're going to be there and bringing their whole friend group with them, a bunch of Filipino friends of them. So there's going to be a lot of people coming to support, and that just gives me extra motivation to want to keep working hard and not let anyone down.
How's Ricky doing? He's put on some size. Holy
he's
smokes.
doing well. He's down here as well. He's down here as well too. Yeah. So
his wife is doing really good.
So, what's that?
His wife is looking really good, and she's doing good and competing.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: do you have any special merchandise that you're going to be having for the Olympia that people can buy?
Yeah, so if you go to dereklunsford.com, I have shirts on my website there. Also, uc-fit.com. That is where I do my coaching. I have a team of coaches, including myself. I'm the head coach. So uc-fit.com for coaching, dereklunsford.com for the T-shirts, which I will have at the Olympia as well, unless they sell out. If they sell out, then I won't have any. Yeah, I think other than that, just follow me on my social media pages at Derek Lunsford _ on Instagram and TikTok. YouTube channel, that's the main focus I've been trying to really push this year is my YouTube channel, YouTube videos. So follow me and subscribe there. I've actually been doing a lot of live workouts on YouTube and TikTok. I won't do it on Instagram because I already have a pretty good Instagram following. So I go live on TikTok and on YouTube. So that's another reason maybe to subscribe to my YouTube channel.
I love watching the Machiavelli motivation videos with you in it. They're so awesome. Let me ask you another thing. Are you going to have a documentary following your journey of just the Olympia and stuff?
So we haven't put together like times where like I would, you know how like in documentary movies where sometimes throughout the periods they will, you know, do like a little mini interview answering some questions. I haven't done that, but I have documented like almost every single day of this entire prep. So whether it be on our iPhones or whether it be actually on the camera we use, like a videographer, we have documented so much. So yeah, I think there's a good amount of content to put together a documentary movie for sure.
Okay, I'm going to ask you one more question. I'm going to leave it with you, but my last question is, who wins the Olympia?
Well, of course, I would love for that to happen.
Is that saying you, right?
Yes. Yeah, of course. I mean, look, my focus, the reason why I just don't come out and just say I'm winning the Olympia is because for me, I do best when like I said, when I think to myself, I just want to give my best each and every day, and that's all I can ask for. And I'll leave it in God's hands and the judges' hands. So, but yes, I mean, no question, I am absolutely coming to take that Mr. Olympia title.
Okay. All right, Derek, I'm going to leave with you. If there's anything you want to say to your family, friends, give a shout out to Evogen, any of your sponsors, take it away.
Yeah, Evogen, of course, the best supplements on the market. You guys have seen on my Instagram and YouTube, like I always posting about it all the time. My favorites are the pre-workouts, proteins, and some of the health digestion supplements. So you guys can use code Derek for if you want to save money. Also, Gas from Better Bodies clothing. That's, you know, if I'm not wearing Evogen or my own shirts, I'm wearing Gas from Better Bodies all the time. So you guys can also, I have a code there as well, Derek15. Icon Meals, that's pre-made meals. They'll ship anywhere in the U.S. Code Derek10 to save money. Protan, you can use code Derek for Protan for competition tanning. It's the only tan I've ever used, even as an amateur and NPC competitor. Protan is number one, the best, and that's what the Olympians use at the Mr. Olympia. Also, I want to shout out Cynthia James for CJ's Elite Suits. She's the one that makes my posing trunks. So thank you, CJ. And I also want to thank you, Isabel, for letting me come on here. I want to thank Jake Wood and Dan Solomon for all that they do for the Mr. Olympia. And actually a massive shout out to Jake Wood and Dan Solomon because these last couple of years were tough. You know, through 2020, they kept it going. These men are passionate about bodybuilding, men and women's bodybuilding. And, you know, we would not be able to do what we do without them. So thank you so much for giving us the platform. And of course, Jim Mannion, Tyler Mannion, IFBB Pro League, NPC, it's because of them that we're able to do this. So by them giving us the platform and the Mr. Olympia giving us the platform, we are able to live our dream. So thank you all.
Hey, thank you so much, Derek. Hey, I do have, I got all these questions, but do you have a nickname? Someone said the Phenom.
The what?
The Phenom.
The Phenom. No, I've not been given a nickname, but I have an idea after this year's Olympics.
Oh, okay. We'll have to wait. All right.
It depends on how we do at the Olympics.
Okay. Well, listen, I appreciate you so much for making the time. Can't wait to see you at the Olympia. All right, guys. It has been a pleasure doing an interview with Mr. 212 Olympia and soon to be, yes, Mr. Future Olympia, Derek Lunsford.